everyone, my name is Shay D and I am a rapper and a spoken word poet from London, and I am here today to teach you guys how you can write your own raps. This will be in 3 sessions where you're going to be learning the very basics of writing a rap. So you can be a beginner or you could already be writing raps or poetry yourself, and this might help you challenge yourself a little bit and develop your writing. We are going to set 3 challenges for you guys. Each session is going to have an explanation of a task and then a challenge for you guys to then go off and write your own version of what we set, and then you can send it in and submit your work for the finale. More details on that after. When you're thinking about rap, you need to think of these basic foundations. The first one is flow. Flow is where you put your words on the beat. It depends where the pockets of the beat are and where you decide to put your words. And flow is very much part of your personality. If you think of some artists that you like, you'll probably recognize them on any song they are because they have a very distinct flow that they're going to have themselves. Think of Eminem, think of Stormzy, think of Cardi B, think of Heady One. You can almost always know where their words are going to land on a beat. You're going to develop this naturally. The more you listen to different tempos and different genres of beat, whether it's grime or trap or drill or hip hop, old school or new rap, whatever beat you hear, you will naturally decide where you want to put your words on that beat. That is your flow. Another major part of rap that differentiates it from, for example, spoken word poetry is that rap has to rhyme. Like a basic rule of rap is that it has to rhyme. Whether it's a 1-syllable rhyme like hat, cat, sat, or talk, walk, or dream and team, 1-syllable rhymes, or whether it's a multi-syllable rhyme, that means where you're rhyming more than 1 syllable in the word. For example, letterbox, better job, or electronic with melancholic. The more multi-syllable rhymes you use, the more interesting it is for your listener and the more you can say in your story as well. But there's no rules. You can be a 1-syllable rapper and it's okay. But the more you play with multi-syllables, the more fun it will be. Another part of rap that's really important is knowing how to count your bars. Now, if you study music, you might already know about bars. So a bar is 4 counts of a beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 1 bar. And in rap, 1 line of rap is called 1 bar, which basically means if you do 4 lines of rap, you've spat 4 bars. And usually a rap verse is around 16 lines, which is a verse. 16 lines, 16 bars. So if anyone ever says to you, do you spit bars? They just mean, do you rap? The last important part of rap that's really good to remember is your delivery. Now, this is how you perform your rap. So if you think about your favorite artist, or if you've been to a concert, or if you've seen someone that you really like in a video that raps, you might recognize that they're putting in some energy into what they're saying. If it's a sad song, they might be delivering their words like more quietly or whispering or changing their tone up a little bit, or they might be mad aggy and they're kind of doing it like this. So it kind of depends on your mood and how you deliver, but you don't want to sound like really boring and monotone the whole time. You don't want to sound the same. You want to work on your performance and your delivery so that the audience and the listener can hear your emotion through the track. And also, you don't want the beat to overpower you. You're the rapper, you want to be in control. So you want to deliver your words really, really well over a beat. And that comes with practice, so don't worry about that. For the first challenge for Have You Talent, what we want to do is talk about storytelling. Storytelling is a really, really important part of hip hop. So many hip hop artists manage to represent the voice of the voiceless, tell a story that wasn't being told on a commercial level, or bring some awareness to a subject. And a really good way of doing that is through storytelling. Also, rap is about being honest and having a personal touch, and only you can tell your story well. Now, if you like talking about other characters and you want to tell a story or have some social commentary about anything happening in your area, for example, there might be things you want to bring to light and let people know about. You can do that through telling a story. Some of my favorite examples of storytelling rap are Krept and Konan's My Story, Lost Boyz' Renee, Immortal Techniques You Never Know and Dance with the Devil, Dave's Samantha. There's going to be some stories that really touch your heart more than others. So it's good for you guys to go and see and find some storytelling songs that you like as well. So for your first task, I want you to think of a song in 3 parts: verse 1, verse 2, and verse 3. It kind of lends itself really well to storytelling because you've got the beginning for verse 1, you've got the middle of the story for verse 2, and you've got the ending for verse 3. And you can break it up with your hook, the chorus, which is the repetitive part of a song that's catchy and that people usually remember. And that can be really, really simple. But remember, verse 1, verse 2, and verse 3 can be a really good template for you to use as your storytelling rap. What I would do next is brainstorm what means something to you. What do you care about? Have you heard of a story recently that really moved you? Have you been through something yourself that could be a story? And when you start brainstorming these ideas, try and split it up into what kind of happened at the beginning, what was the major point in the middle, and how did it end? And you can start writing that story out. And if you want, if it naturally comes to you, you can write in rhyme. And if it doesn't, you can write your story out and then go back and edit it and make sure that all the lines rhyme. You might, for example, know that somebody was getting drawn in and influenced to join a gang. You might talk about what this person was like and what might lured them into it in the first verse. You might talk about them joining and something really bad happening in the second verse. And you might want to talk about if they managed to get out of it, or if they went to prison, or if something bad happened to them, or if it was a really happy ending and they managed to get out and turn their life around in the third verse. And the chorus could generally be a piece of advice or something hopeful. And that could be really, really simple. But you should definitely have fun with it. I think if you look at these examples that we're going to provide you, you can then get an idea of how you can do it. And remember, if you're looking at a blank page or a blank screen and you don't know where to start, the best way is to write it out like it's an actual story. Imagine you're sending a text to your friend and you're letting them know what happened. Don't overthink it. Just literally write the whole story out, beginning to end, and then you can go back and edit the lines and make sure that they all rhyme. Also remember, as soon as you pair up your rhymes, for example, my friend called today, said she's feeling kind of down. I wanted to turn her smile into a frown. You don't need to continue all your lines to be frown, down, sound. As soon as you pair up a rhyme, you can just change the rhyme scheme and you can choose a whole new word. So remember, your rhymes always need to have partners. You can carry on the whole verse with the same rhyme sound, but it's nice if you change it because it will get a bit boring otherwise. All right, have some fun, set yourself a challenge, write a storytelling rap and make sure you submit it. You can practice it, you can film yourselves doing it, or you can just simply type it and then send it in. Whichever way, it would be kind of cool if you have a video of it, practice and record yourself on a selfie vibe doing it. And we really, really look forward to hearing your first storytelling rap, guys. Big up.